Hey everyone, welcome back. In this Playwright tutorial, I'm going to discuss about some of the keyboard operations that you can perform within Playwright. Now, before I go to the documentation, let me quickly copy this particular test and create a new test wherein we'll write the code for the keyboard operations, right? So till now we have been seeing the mouse operations, mouse over, drag and drop, working with the sliders, all of that we have already covered. Now let's see how you can, or what all possibilities are there in terms of keyboard operations within Playwright, right? So I'll simply say keyboard operations, okay, and let me remove everything from this particular test, and the website that I'll be using is the text box website. So basically you can see that this is the, so you can go ahead in Google and search for any free text box website, but you can use this textbox.johnjago.com and we'll be using this to basically, it's kind of clicking on this particular text box, typing something. You can use any of the text box available on any of the website. That's absolutely fine, right? Wherever you get the text box, you can go ahead and try to perform the keyboard operation or input operations using the keyboard key values, right? So now let me put this in the, so we'll open this particular URL, right? Now let's go to the documentation, see what all keyboard operations are available, right? Now first thing is that within the locator, on the locator, right? So if you go to the locator class in the API and the locator class, we first see what all keyboard operations are available. Okay, so let's quickly go ahead and see at the top. So there's the locator class, right? And within the locator class, if you'll go down, there was a mouse hover operation method that was available. And then similarly, there are some keyboard operations available as well. For example, press. If you see this press method, what this does is it presses the matching element and presses a combination of keys, right? So there's basically kind of, when you use press on any of the locator, that means you identify a locator, and then if you say dot press, that means you are then performing any of the operation that you are passing in within the press as an argument. For example, you want to specify the backspace or arrow, or so whatever operations are supported within the press, the keyboard operations, you can pass in with this press method. Similarly, the next one, that is press sequentially, will basically type in the values as if somebody is physically typing on the keyboard, right? So it will send similar signals as the values are being typed in sequentially from the keyboard, right? So if you have the scenario or test that you want to test specifically data being coming or the text being coming as if some user is being typing on the keyboard, then press sequentially is what you should be using. Okay, so these are two. You can go ahead and see what all other, in case there are other keyboard operations available here. But then there is a keyboard class as well, right? So if you'll see above the locator, there is a keyboard class also available, and it has certain methods, right? So keyboard class, it provides an API for managing virtual keyboard, right? So it's a high level API for the keyboard, which is basically it's similar to you perform any of the backspace, enter, up, down keys, typing in something, right? So as if the real user is typing, so something you can use. So and this keyboard class, it's available at the page level. So basically page.keyboard, and then you can use all the methods that are available within the keyboard. So you can say press, type, up, insert text, down, etc., right? So these are the available methods that can be used. All right, now let's go ahead and see all of this in action, how you are going to use it, right? So now if you see the previous one, so we go ahead with the locator, and in the locator we had this method for typing in, for pressing, right? So you want to say, for example, press something. Okay, so now let's do one thing. We will type in something, all right, and then we'll type in using press sequential, right? Sequentially. So let's go, and here I'll simply say, so let me find the locator for this text box, right? So here is the control should be here, and then we'll start typing sequentially. So I'll simply go ahead and inspect, and this is the text area, right? And it has the placeholder, right? So I can simply identify using the placeholder. Placeholder is very big, so let me simply copy the locator, and I'll say copy XPath and see what exactly. Okay, so this is fine. Or even if I'll simply say text area, there is only one text area, that should work absolutely fine. All right, so I'll just use the text area locator, and I'll say page.locator and identify the text area, right? And then I'll say dot press sequentially, right? So you'll see that as soon as I typed in press and press sequentially, I got both the methods there. So I want to type in something, right? So if I just hover over, you will see I can type in the string, and then there are certain options that I can pass in. So options I can pass in delay. I want to delay between each key. You can pass the delay as number, right? No wait after is a boolean or timeout, right? So these are some of the options that you can provide. And you will see that to press a special key like control or arrow down, what you can do is you can use locator.press and then the options, right? So press sequentially will be more of, it's kind of locator.fill, but locator.fill will fill all of the text that you are typing in or that you have passed straight away into one go. But then press sequentially is like somebody is typing from the keyboard. All right, so I'll say press sequentially, and then I'll say pass the string there. I'll say RCB Academy, and the outcome you will see is absolutely similar because this happens very quickly. But then if, say for example, I want to provide the slowness in there, right? So I can go ahead and say I'll pass the option, right? So I'll say option and then delay it, right? So if I just put the comma in there and I'll say delay, it should be in there. So delay, and then I want to delay say 100 milliseconds after each key press. Okay, so let me then go ahead and execute this and see that this is happening successfully, and you can see the press sequentially typed in from the keyboard. You can see that it was little slow and it typed in keys one by one. Okay, so that's basically how press sequentially will work. Now if I go ahead, let me close this, and if say for example, you can go ahead, let me delay this for 200 milliseconds, so that's a little more slow. And now if I say page.press or page.locator.press, okay, so press is more of to select some of the other keys on the keyboard. So if I say page.locator.press, okay, and then let's see what it supports. So the key, so if you'll see, the press is almost similar, so it accepts the key as a string and then certain options, right? So what it does is it will focus on the matching element, whatever element that we have identified, which is the text area, and then whatever key or combination of key you want to press. Okay, so for example, I want to, in a practical scenario, I have typed in something there, right? And I want to select it all and then press backspace to delete it, right? So I can do that using press. How? Let's see. So here I'll say press, and then if you just hover over and scroll down a little bit, you will see all of the key values, right, that are supported here. So basically arrow down, escape, right? Or say for example, Control A is what we want to select, right? Or press. So I can say Control and then plus A. So that will select all the text that has been typed in. Okay, so let's see. For example, here shift left, right? Control or meta. So this is basically for Windows and Linux. And if you'll say scroll, so you'll see Control plus O, right? Control plus Control plus shift plus T. So something like that. We want to press Control A so that all the text in the text area get selected, right? So I'll simply say okay, and I'll pass it as a string there. So I'll say Control A. Okay, so this statement, so Control A will select all the text that will be typed in the previous step. So that will select the whole text, and then if we want to delete the whole text, we can then press backspace on the same locator, right? So I can simply say, all right, the same statement, and then I'll say press backspace, right? So it should be backspace. And if you want to see what exactly you have to type in, whether it's lowercase, uppercase, just hover over and you'll see exactly what you need to type in, right? So you'll see, backspace, B caps, and all one word there. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let's see if this works. So if I go ahead and execute this, okay, so it passed. I think this was already open, so let me remove it or close it and then rerun. So it has opened the new browser. It's typing in. The next step should be to select it all, Control A, and third step is to press the backspace, and it has removed that particular, right? So this is basically what you can do on the locator, the keyboard operations, right? So press sequentially, press. And now if we talk about the keyboard class itself, right? So we go to the keyboard class here, And on the keyboard, in the keyboard class, you will see that I have different methods: down, insert, text, press, type, etc. So what I can do on the page itself, I can say page.keyboard.type something, right? So a specific page, I want to perform certain operation, right? So all of that is possible. So something, whatever I'm doing here based on the locator, I can do the same thing with these keyboard operations, right? So I can simply say on the page, right, once the control is, so by default, if you'll see, if I launch this particular page, you will see the control is here, right? But in case on a particular text box, the control is not there, you simply identify the element and click on that particular web element where you want to type in something or perform keyboard operations, right? So after, say for example, I want to type something or press something, then I can go ahead and use these methods. All right, so say for example, let me copy the same code that is mentioned here, and if I go back here and in the script, so now what I'll do is I'll deselect these or comment out the old ones, and I'll simply say, so I'm launching the page, right? And then I'm using page.keyboard.type, right? So let me comment these. Okay, so if you see here, page.keyboard, right? So keyboard is the class, and then within the keyboard class, you will see all the methods that are available for the keyboard. So keyboard.down, keyboard.up, press, type, insert text, all of them are available, right? So if I want to type something as if some person is typing from the keyboard, I'll simply say .type, and then whatever text we want to type. And if you see, if you hover over the type, you will see you have the option of the delay here as well, which is something similar as we have the press sequentially method, right? So it's the type is similar to what press sequentially will achieve for you. Okay, then similarly, if you see here, keyboard.down, right? So I want to press, say for example, let me uncomment this. Okay, so what this program is doing, if you see here, so you'll see that first I'm typing on this particular website. In the text box, I'm typing some text with .keyboard.type method, which is something similar to press sequentially, and then I'm pressing the left arrow. Okay, so you'll see arrow left is what I'm pressing, and then I'm pressing down the shift key, right? So left arrow and the shift is what I'm pressing, and then you'll see there is a for loop. So the for loop is basically looking for this particular text world length, right? So this text dot length, and then pressing this arrow left key sequentially one by one. Okay, so until the length is not iterated, it will basically go ahead and press the left arrow key and then move the keyboard up, shift key up, right? So shift left arrow. So when we say shift left arrow, if you see here, if I type in something and I say shift left arrow, it will highlight that particular text, right? That's what it is basically doing. So based on this text, it is highlighting that particular text, and then finally we are pressing backspace. So that means if whatever is highlighted and if I press backspace, that will get deleted. So in this particular case, you will see that it is basically checking the length of this particular text, the word, and then iterating through and selecting the text. Shift arrow left will select, and whatever has been selected then will get deleted using the backspace, right? So that's the key bit around this particular snippet of the code. Okay, so let me execute this and show this so you can also understand the keyboard class functions and methods. It's kind of similar. It's more of, the more you practice, the better you'll become in these sort of operations and the class and methods that are available within Playwright. Oh, again, so this didn't get closed, so it's actually working, but you'll see the program still going on, but the browser was minimized. But what I'll do is you'll see one passed, but I'll again execute and show you that it's working as expected. So it has opened and it has typed in hello world, and then you'll see it has picked the left arrow and then shift left arrow. So basically it's selecting the world and then the backspace, right? So it got deleted. So this through all of the keyboard operation, keyboard class and methods. So it's kind of a person doing these operations from the keyboard. Okay, so that's what this class mimics exactly the keyboard operations as done by the user. In many scenarios, you might be required in your project to do it the same way. So that's where Playwright supports all of these functions out of the box, so you can go ahead and use it. Okay, so that's all for this particular video on keyboard operations. In the next one, I'll cover some more important aspects of the Playwright automation. Thank you. See you in the next one.